Effects are a powerful way to add depth and visual interest to your design. Some key features of these includes the types of effects. So Figma provides a range of effects that you can apply to your designs, including shadows, blurs, glows, and gradients. Each effect can be customized to suit your design needs. Layer effects. Figma's layer effect features allows you to apply effects to individual layers or groups of layers. You can apply effects such as shadows, blurs, and glows, and adjust the settings to control the size, intensity, and color of the effect. Text effects. Figma's text effect features allows you to apply effects such as shadows, blurs, and glows to text elements. You can adjust the settings to control the size, intensity, and color of the effect as usual. Style effects. Figma's style effect features allows you to create reusable effects that can be applied to multiple elements in your design. This is particularly useful when you need to maintain consistency across multiple designs. Interactive effects. Figma's interactive effect feature allows you to create interactive elements in your designs, such as hover states or animated effects. You can use interactive effects to create engaging and dynamic designs that enhance the user experience. We're going to do all of this, but let's see what number one says. So we have the different types of effects, and I'm going to show you over here. So I'm going to change these to white so you can actually see. So I'm just going to add a white to the color style. So let's add white. All right, and over here we can now do this. Click on effects. All right, you can either click the plus sign or the body as usual. So click on it. You're going to get this. Now most people use these default effect setting, but it's wrong. All right, so this is what I do. I would select it, click on the settings over here, so the effect settings close to the name. Now over in this drop down we have other features like layer blur, we have the background blur, we have the inner shadow, and you can see what Figma has done. It gives you how these things work real time. So this is how or the types of effects that we have. Let's look at the second one, layer effects. So Figma's layer effects feature allows you to apply these to different. All right, so let's look at it. So we have layer effects. So this is layer blur. All right, let's say we have this layer blur turned on, but let me show you for drop shadow. So we have a drop shadow, and what I do is I would select the effect settings and I will increase the y-axis to about 40, and that will determine my blur. I will put that at 80, and we have something cool, but we can still make it better. I'll change it from pure black to I don't have a particular color I change it to, so I'll just increase it a bit upward, somewhere around here, and then I can increase the opacity. Just take it up a bit and then reduce the opacity till I'm at a point where I like. So let's zoom out and see what we have. So you can see we have this, and now this, and now this. So this is cool. I really like it. Let's look at the layer blur. So you can add glows by giving it a color. So if I gave this a purple, for instance, I can give it a glow of that same purple, right, and then reduce the opacity a bit, and you can see what we have. All right, so this is what you get, and it makes your designs really come out. And then we have text effects. So text effects feature allows you to apply effects such as shadows, blurs. You can adjust the settings. So these are text effects. So you can create a text effect let's do that actually. So I would increase this. Let's take this way, right? And you can kind of do type of text. Let's say text effects. All right, and this would work more actually when we're using certain things. Let me show you how I do that. All right, so this is a text, and I would like to create sort of a stroke. So I'll create a stroke with blue. I'll put it at outside, make it bigger, and then I can create an effect, right? I've created an effect, but my effect would be black. It's going to be black, and it's not going to have a blur, and the opacity is going to be on 100. Right, so this is a text effect. This is how you can do this, and it just gives you some kind of feeling, and I like it. I really like it. So let's look at style effects. So this is how you can actually add styles to multiple things in your designs at once. So let's say we have this. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to remove the style on it. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to leave it as a different color this time. So let's say white. So select this one, and to add the style or to add it to your style guide, all you have to do is very simple. Click on the style again, and then click on the plus sign, and then you can put whatever effect it is, either a blur effect, a drop shadow effect, yeah, an inner shadow effect. So this is a drop shadow, so I'll drop shadow, just type drop shadow, and it's going to be added to our effect. Now click out, and you're going to see it under effect styles. Now so far we've been able to create a text style, color style, and an effect style. All right, so we're going to apply to this. To apply to this, yeah, you guessed right. All right, we're going to do that. All we have to do is select this. All right, let me zoom in so you can see clearly. Select this, and then come to effects, click on the effect there, and click on the drop down. All right, click on this one, and you can do the same thing. Right, so this is how you can apply it very quickly to other elements in your design without having to recreate them afresh. So we can now select this and give it a color style of purple, and it becomes consistent. So you can also adjust it as usual by selecting here, and then by moving it whichever way you want to. So let's say we want to reduce the opacity. You can reduce it, you can increase it. Right, so that is how you can go about creating your text effect. Now let's do some prototype. Let's get our hands dirty a bit. All right, interactive effects. So Figma's interactive effects feature allows you to create interactive elements in your design, such as hover state. So we're going to create a hover state, a prototype actually. So let's say we're actually going to use this, we'll use this. So we'll move these two elements together and take out the hover, take out the drop shadow on this one. So let's say this one has a stroke. Stroke is purple and the color is white. All right, I'll increase the stroke a bit, something like this. Yeah, cool, I like it. All right, and then we have these two. So how do I create my interactive component? So all I have to do, and we have a lesson for this, all right, in depth. All right, so select both of them and then click on the top there, and what I do is I click on create component set. So I'll create that and go to my prototype and then select one of them, which is this one. So when you hover on this, it brings this out. Drag it to this one, and I'm going to change it from on click to while hovering, and then from instant as the animation to smart animate, and then I'm going to change it from slow to ease out. All right, so and that is what I'm going to do. Okay, and with that, I'm ready to check out the prototype. But first, I'm going to create a frame, and then I'm going to double click, select this, hold Alt and duplicate it, then move it in here, and then I can now play the prototype. So what I've done basically is to ensure that I isolate the main interaction, and by doing that I'll be able to see whatever I've created, because if you leave both of them that way, then you might end up seeing the both of the elements or the interactive components in the final result. So let's see what we have in our shape. So we have this, and let's go back to our prototype and change the prototype settings to we're actually going to use, we're supposed to use none, but I'll just change it to custom size. Okay, and let's do 600 by 600 custom size. Okay, let's see what that looks like. All right, so that is it, guys. So when you hover on it, you can see what happens, and yeah, this is how an interactive component also works in your designs. I do hope this helps you to create aesthetically pleasing and functional designs as you proceed. I'll see you soon.